Shalom Israel. It's your boy New Breed, aka Brother Emmanuel, coming through with another topic. This one here is a bit of relationship advice. That's right, time to drop some Jews. Let's talk about it. Now, fellas, you have to absolutely stop being a nice guy. That's right, stop being a nice guy. I'm being flat out with you. A woman is not obligated to be romantically attracted to you because you are a nice guy. You must understand that. A woman's first impression of you is very important. She is not looking for you to be a nice guy. That is not the main thing she's looking for. She wants to know, without a shadow of a doubt, that you can protect her, and you can also hold your own ground and be a man and know how to control your environment and the situations that you are placed in. You have to control yourselves. And this is why we talk about things like NoFap and no PMO, because these are the things that allow you to control your own vessel. And as I said before, you cannot control anything around you without first controlling yourself. Women are not attracted to perverted men. Women are attracted to brothers who have control over themselves and can see far beyond just their beauty. They want to know that they can actually hold a conversation with you without you being totally absorbed with how attractive they are. Because believe it or not, it shows a form of weakness to most women when they know that they can bat an eye at you and they know that their beauty can just basically manipulate you to do whatever it is that they will have you do. So off break, you gotta basically show your dominance, fellas. Show your dominance. Now, some people may take this video the wrong way. I'm not talking about a brother being chauvinist or a brother being a womanizer, or a brother not showing any forms of chivalry. That's not what I'm speaking about. I'm talking about holding your ground, showing your dominance, and knowing your role as a man. Now let's talk about some ways we can do this, because this channel, a huge percent of this channel is brothers. And listen, the feminist agenda is quite real. The feminist agenda is doing a whole lot to the males, to the male population as a whole. And most men are afraid to speak their minds, afraid to really be men, afraid to say anything that is outside of the box. And let's be quite frank, there is a lot of simping going on in these times we're living in. A whole lot of simping. And it's kind of ironic to me that brothers always complaining about the feminists this, the feminist that, and we can't even stand by each other as men and brothers. We can't even agree on situations or come to a positive conversation or come to a consensus on anything, because we're too busy trying to be dominant over each other. But when it comes to the women, we're sitting there basically throwing each other under the bus for a female's attention and for how a female reacts. I am really under the auspice that my channel has a lot of unique individuals who are subscribed, and people who watch my videos are very intellectual, deep thinkers, because a lot of things that I'm saying in these videos ruffle a lot of feathers, because it tends to be the absolute 100% truth. Truth bothers a lot of people. People don't want to face themselves and change. So, since I have a channel full of intellectuals, a channel full of people who have positive mind frames and pretty much strong thinkers, it's time for us to basically proclaim who we are and take our next step as leaders. Listen, you have to lead your household. This video is for those who are in relationships. This video is for those who are looking for relationships. And this video is also for those who are getting over relationships. Because a lot of the times that we get out of relationships with these females, is always because, most of the time, it's because of the power struggle that continuously happens. The ongoing power struggle. Because the feminist agenda has given these women so much gall that you basically cannot play your role, and therefore you cannot find happiness. And that goes for male and female. They're not happy trying to be the dominant species of the relationship either. But they feel that society is propelling them to do so. So that's the role they try to take. And they make men look so stupid. Society makes us look so dumb. Like we have no type of intelligence. Like we don't think outside the box. And when we're engaging in the pornography and the masturbation and releasing our energy, we are actually proving society to be right, because we're not controlling ourselves, walking around here dumb. So when getting over a relationship with a woman who you had to power struggle over, it almost leaves you feeling like you've been battered, bruised. You've been going through a warfare. So my first advice to you all is take some time, gentlemen. They always say that a good man does not stay single long, and that is very true. But fellas, you cannot take the first opportunity that's thrown at you, the first lady that comes your way. You cannot settle trying to heal yourself from that war that you've been through. You must gain dominance over your own vessel. Take some abstinence. You know what I'm saying? Fall back. Play the cut. Watch. Analyze the game and come back with a new game plan. For fellas who are in relationships, dealing with this power struggle that's ongoing and continuous, how do we deal with this? How do we deal with it? Plain and simple. If she cannot get right, she needs to get left. It's that simple, gentlemen. Understand who you are and take that role, be that role, and understand that you are a king. Now, is there anything wrong with what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that some people will find a lot wrong with what I'm saying, because that's the number that the feminist agenda has put on us. Now let's talk about brothers looking for relationships. How do you identify a woman who wants to play her role? It's certain things that you got to look out for. Any real woman, I'm not talking about these feminists, I'm not talking about these loudmouth, I'm not talking about any cantankerous, hate-filled woman. I'm talking about real women. One capability they have that a lot of these other women do not have is they have the capability of disagreeing with a male in silence. That is a very powerful and important thing to have. Now, I'm not saying that a woman should not speak her mind on how she feels. What I'm saying is, if she believes that her disagreement will cause contention in the house or an argument, there are times where she has to basically bite her tongue. That's right. Real women know when to use their silence properly. And there is a time to speak and there's a time not to speak. That's just the truth. A lot of people don't take that the right way when I say that. But the truth is, women, you must play your role if you want your man to feel like the leader. You must play your role. You cannot be feeling like you have to control, you have to do this, because men aren't doing this and men ain't doing that. Why don't you try relinquishing your strength? Why don't you try relinquishing your power and allowing that man to grow? Show some similitude of being humble and see how far that takes your man. Give that man that ego that he so well deserves and allow him to lead you. That's how it works. So, what we talking about? Not being a nice guy. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more of these women on these social media sites showing their entire bodies for the whole world to see. And you brothers coming out the cut talking about how much of a queen, you're a beautiful queen. When in fact, a lot of these women are whores. That's what they are, whores. Let's not sugarcoat what's happening here. Now, we gotta stop simping, we gotta stop being nice, and we gotta start correcting and reproving these women. Really correcting them and reproving them. Instead of giving this simp attention that you're giving on these social media sites, what we need to do as men is, look, if we're gonna be looking at these women, we need to tell them, like, look, sis, you need to cut the bullshit. I mean, all of that nice guy, you're a beautiful queen, you can't be doing this, baby, you can't be dressing like that, you know, you a queen, baby, you know, they ain't hearing none of that shit. You gotta come straight up and be like, hey, sis, why you dressed like a tramp all online for the whole world to see? It's that simple. I mean, it's that simple. And however they respond, they might respond out of emotions and anger, whatever. Who gives a fuck? At least you're keeping it real. At least you're playing your role. And at least you're correcting these women. That's the goal. That's what we're talking about, relationship advice right now. Whether you're in a relationship, getting out of a relationship, or looking for a relationship. All these same rules of engagement that I just dropped is the way you want to look at things. You want to play your role. You want to play your position. Understand the power you have as a man. Understand that you carry the seed. There are nations created through your seed. You are the man. The Most High created us in his image. And the Bible says, ye are gods. That's right. In a sense, we are gods because we're able to reduplicate. We're able to create. We're able to create in our image. We are not the Most High God, of course, but we are forms of gods. And that's how these women should be looking at you. In the Bible, do you know that Sarah was calling her man Lord? How many women nowadays is going to be walking around calling their husband or their man Lord? It ain't happening. Back in those times, was it unheard of for that? Not at all. But the feminist movement and agenda has done works. So what do we need to do, gentlemen? Stop being nice guys. Keep it 100%. No matter who thinks what of what. Just keep it real, man. We know what needs to be done. We're going to man up and we're going to do it. With that being said, shalom and peace.